While Trump and his administration is focused on kicking people out of America, a lot of our African Americans, millions of our African American brothers and sisters have decided to come back home to the continent of Africa, and I'm one of them. Many people are wondering why. What are we thinking? What's the logic behind what we're doing? Well, guys, you remember the George Floyd situation that happened in 2020, correct? That George Floyd situation was the tip of the iceberg for a lot of us as a people. When we had to watch and experience that, that is when we decided to say, you know what? There is no American dream. Before that, we sort of believed in the American dream, and we felt like, hey, maybe we can be a part of this society. We could make change happen. We can be a part of doing something new. But after George Floyd, a lot of us checked out and realized like, hey, there's no American dream. We need to go somewhere else and figure out where we can go in the world where we'll be accepted and we will be shown love. But before the George Floyd situation happened, Ghana launched the Year of Return, where they decided to invite all of the African American brothers and sisters scattered abroad back home. And that, on top of the George Floyd situation, changed a lot of what we felt in terms of the continent of Africa and being over in America. And with social media out right now, we have different platforms like Instagram and YouTube where you watch me at right now. The narrative was able to be changed because we were able to see the truth of what's going on and the reality of being on the continent of Africa amongst our people and with our people on the ground. But before I go any further, if you're someone who's looking at coming to the continent of Africa, I've created a free exclusive document that gives you the most important information that you need to know before visiting or moving over to the continent of Africa. So if you want that exclusive information, please click the link down in my description box and you will get that document sent directly to your DMs, all right? And Ghana isn't the only place that opened its doors back and said, hey, my brothers and sisters, it's time to come back home. We have Guinea-Bissau as well. They launched a decade of return, and we have Burkina Faso most recently, who handed our people permanent residency, who took the chance to come over to Burkina Faso and meet President Captain Ibrahim Traore in his parliament to see how they can be ambassadors to do the work to show people what's really going on the continent of Africa. And with the recognition from a lot of those countries, there's a lot of pushing out of America that's happening as well. With the systemic racism and inequality that we've been forced to deal with, it is something that our people do not want to continue to be a part of. They want to escape that. They're tired of the racial disparities in areas like housing, employment, and the justice system. These people get a kick out of making our lives living hell. So our people are saying, you know what, we're tired of that. In the political environment that we are forced to be in right now, with the president that's in place, he's given a lot of the ignorant individuals within that society power to do ignorant things. We all know the KKK and what they have to offer and what they've been doing, but that is a source of anxiety for us as a people. Not only the KKK, the entire system, the political system that's in place, it's anxiety for us. We feel a sense of anxiety. We don't want to continue to deal with that type of stuff if that's not what has to be done. There's other options in the world, so why are we still subjugating ourselves to stay in that environment? It doesn't make sense, and it's just exhausting. It's very exhausting for us to continue to deal with that. So a lot of our people are saying, hey, let's get up out of here and take a chance. Let's not stay in this environment and keep killing ourselves, wasting our energy and fighting to build a system that doesn't care for us. Let's just leave. That's what a lot of people are saying now. And the economic concerns are one of the main reasons why our people are giving up on that system. The rising cost of living, inflation, and the job instability is something that's pushing our people out. A lot of our people went to school, got big degrees, did exactly what they were supposed to do, and they still aren't able to find a job. They still can't go in that society and get a job. And even if you do have the degrees, if you black, sometimes you cannot get those jobs. It's still like that in some of those places. So our people are like, we can try something else. We can go back to our motherland, and coming back to the motherland and getting connected with our brothers and sisters give us a nice sense of belonging. It helps us to feel accepted, like we are the majority. We are amongst our people. We are connected to those who look like us, so we don't have to feel like we have to tuck our black in when we go into different environments. And it helps us to connect to our heritage. A lot of our heritage has been stolen from us. A lot of us are still learning that right now in 2025, just now learning it. Somebody's first time thinking about their heritage will be because of this video right now. So a lot of our people are in that mental state, and they are trying to get back connected because we are seeing that that environment is not safe for us. So let's get back to our heritage. Let's get connected to our roots so that we can really heal and develop the world the way that we see it. And there's tremendous economic opportunities over here. That's why a lot of people are taking that risk. The opportunities for remote work, building a business, investing in businesses, all of those type of opportunities are here, and the professional opportunities are unmatched. If you have a tech skill and you are in that environment, you can come over here and be a developer for an entirely new company. You can position yourself with your skill set to be in the better position over here because they need and value what we're bringing to the table. And the affordability for the cost of living that's over here is unmatched right now. While Africa is still developing, the price of living is so much more affordable than what it is over in America. So coming here, you get a lot more bang for your buck. And there's a much better work-life balance. Work-life balance is amazing. You are able to detach. You are able to come into places like this, to the beach, and chill and detox from your workday and unplug from the hustle and bustle of sun up to sundown, hustling and running and trying to do this, trying to do that. You can unplug over here. In America, you aren't allowed to do that. And last but certainly not least, we are able to get a sense of safety and security. Over in America, we know what we deal with the police, all of that, with the system, all of that. The constant stress. If you're riding down the street and you see or hear blue lights, that puts something within you and your heart gets to racing, or sometimes it drops to the bottom of your feet. You can't sleep at night because they're shooting inside of homes. All of those different things are causes for us to not feel safe in that environment. And it's not always the police. Sometimes it's just ignorant individuals who are moving in a way that's detrimental to you and your family, and you end up in the wrong situation just because someone's ignorant within your neighborhood. So there's a lot of moving pieces that are influencing our people to say, you know what, let me unplug from this environment. Let me unplug from this system, and let me come back to the motherland and get back connected to my people. And can we blame them? It's time for us to come back home. Millions are leaving for a reason, and I hope the administration sees what's going on and really start to change maybe. Hopefully, I don't know if they will change because they've been set in their ways for so long. It's not just that administration, it's the entire system. It's the infrastructure that's set up in place that's detrimental to what we are trying to do. So we must remove ourselves from that environment. That's why I came over here myself 5 years ago, because I knew what was coming, what was down the line, and where we needed to be. I've come over here and I've gotten within the real estate industry and became a licensed realtor to be able to help my people who are trying to come over here and get land over here, get a home, get an apartment, whatever you are trying to do. I position myself as a licensed realtor to be able to help those who want to come behind me and get that strategic help. So if you want to get help coming over here, I don't mind helping you guys, because that's why I'm here on the ground. But speaking of help, my wife and I, we are hosting a 2-day webinar summit called The Return, Your Africa Relocation, Residency, and Citizenship Blueprint. My wife and I will be talking to some of the movers and shakers over here on the continent of Africa, giving you the necessary information that you need to get set up in specific countries successfully. We'll have different speakers from Kenya, Benin, Ghana, Rwanda, Ethiopia, South Africa, and Tanzania. We'll be giving you guys the detailed information so that you can know exactly what you need to do to get set up in those countries successfully. So if any of those countries sound like somewhere that you want to go, please make sure that you join us on November 22nd and 23rd so that you can get this necessary information that will help you prepare yourself to come over here successfully. I know a lot of us want to come. There's millions of us that's already here, and there's millions more that's going to come. But the most important thing that you can and should do when you decide to come over here is plan your trip out. Plan it out. Do not just move off of emotions. Don't just say, oh, I'm going to go back to Africa because it's time. Yes, it's time, but you have to be strategic. Spend your time strategically and connect with the right people. Write the vision and make it plain. Plan out your steps, understand how much it costs, because some of these places give permits, some of these places give citizenship, some of these places don't offer dual citizenship, some of these places do offer dual citizenship. So you need to learn all of the nuances that come with this, learning how to invest in different countries, learning where you should invest, where you shouldn't invest. All of those different things are very important. So do not just go off of emotion and say, let me jump off the plane and figure it out. No. Do your necessary due diligence, take your time, and strategically make the right moves when you decide to come over here, and then you will be able to stay over here successfully. Because a lot of those millions of people who have come here in the past, unfortunately, some of those people have gone back because they didn't plan properly, because they just went off pure emotions, because they didn't understand what it really took to stay in many of these countries. They ended up going back because they needed to make some more money or figure things out for their own way. But I don't want to see people make that same mistake. So that is why we're doing the work that we're doing, to help those who are trying to come over here. So please plan properly, connect with the right people, do the right things, so that you can make this a long-term stay and not just something that's temporary and you moved off of emotion. So all right, please move with wisdom. Understand that we can come back to Africa. It is time for us to come back to the motherland, but there's 54 different countries and everything moves differently in all of those countries. So just prepare accordingly and move accordingly, and you will be okay. Now, if you made it to this point in the video, let me know what you think about the millions of African Americans coming back to the continent of Africa. Do you think we right? Do you think we wrong? Let me know what you think in the comment box, and let me know where you guys are tuning in from, because I always like to see how we get connected, how we showing love to one another, and how we building with each other. So please let me know, whichever city, whichever state, wherever you are right now, comment down and let me know so we can get connected, all right? And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can help us to reach the goals that we have set in place, and this message will get out to more people and they understand what's really going on the continent of Africa, and they learn how to get connected over here, all right? And if you made it to this point in the video, thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. I hope this video was able to bring you some value, and you understand that it's time for us to come back home and get connected to our brothers and sisters. If you want one-on-one support, click the link down in the description box. I have time within my schedule set aside for those who are serious and want one-on-one help. I will sit on the phone with you and answer all the questions that you have to make sure that you have a smooth transition when you decide to come over here, all right? So if you want that help, make sure you guys book a call. Once again, thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. Y'all make sure y'all stay safe out there and keep the shalom peace, all right? I see my millions of brothers and sisters over here on the ground building and working. Y'all stay safe. Shalom.
Mungu ibariki Afrika, wabariki viongozi wake, na umoja na amani, hizi mbao zetu Afrika na watu wake. Ibariki Afrika, tubariki Afrika, tubariki watoto wa Afrika.